Did you?
No.
Now
we're
I just happen to have my phone on.
Now we're recording, so there.
Coming over for a nightcap, huh? Please do.
All right, Joe.
Well,
we are so ready.
All right. Well, another night in the Northwest Conference. Only we just changed the letters of the NCAA. You're right. I took your line, but you knew what you were into, but obviously we had the big high of getting out there in the first half, and then the walk down in the second. Talk about kind of the recap from your side of it, Michelle.
Okay. Well, first of all, I think it's a shame that Whitworth isn't going on. I've thought that from the beginning because they have just played really well, especially the last 3 weeks. I mean, they've just played great basketball, and not taking anything away from us. I think we play great basketball too, but so it's just a shame when you have a team of that caliber who won't be going on because they probably deserve to be there. So, we got off to a great start. The energy was amazing, and I don't think anytime we play Whitworth, I'm never comfortable. It could be a 30-point lead and I'm not comfortable because they can just score so quickly. And they have some kids that can just get hot. They put so much pressure on you defensively. And so I expected them to battle back, and we talked about surviving the run. And I think the kids did a nice job of they took it, battled back, made some big shots, got some big rebounds, and so made our free throws down the stretch for the most part. So that was huge. So.
I'll ask you the same question I asked Helen. It's not a trap official question. It is. Was this game more physical than you thought it would be based on how the outcome kind of came?
Probably just them. I think anytime we play Whitworth, it's a fairly physical contest because the kids compete so hard. They crash hard. They're undersized, and so they crash hard, and sometimes there's some collisions. I think it's all out of hustle. I don't think there's anything deliberate or anything like that, but it does get physical. And I think too, because they're undersized, they really battle position. They really try to jam cutters hard. And if the officials let them get away with it, then obviously that's to their advantage. But I thought Tiff took a couple of them, took a couple pretty good shots, just trying to cut and got held. And so I thought too, it's just they're an athletic, physical team. They're just not a big team. So I don't know if I expected it not to be physical. I know these guys probably didn't. So
we push each other hard in practice. We put each other all the time, and we probably get annoyed with each other. But it's just preparing us for these big time games where sometimes the refs aren't going to call things, and we just have to play through it. And I think we handled it very well with a lot of composure and maturity. So I'm really proud of the team for how they handled that tonight.
I'm letting him finish writing.
Good. So I can't ask a question now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 10-2. Started out like last night, 17-4, this and that. But then here we go, 29-23. But then you get the big surge before halftime. The teams exchange 9-2 runs. Then you come out up 17. Uh-oh, here we go. It's back down to single figs. Then it's back up to 11. It's just you mentioned that you're never comfortable. It's just, the roller coaster rides when these teams play never ceases to amaze me. Yeah. What are you, three of you and Coach? What is your take on the? First time's great. Second time, 15 point spread, but it was probably closer than that. Last Saturday, this Saturday. What is it about Whitman Whitworth that just seems to bring out just every ounce of energy? And then some.
For us, given the history of our schools, we call it the battle of the wits, and it truly is that. Because we already talked about the physicality of it, but it's also just our competitive, characteristic of our, competitiveness. Because it's Whitworth; they're the closest school to us in conference, and so it's we always want to be on top. When we play them, we want to win. We don't want to go split with them at all. We just want Whitman, not Whitworth. So I think it's just the thing built up around the battle of the wits completely. So.
Yeah, and also this game had a lot of runs. We were up by 18 points at one time, and I was like, wow, we're up by 18. That doesn't necessarily mean that we had the game in lock. They came back, and we were up by 1 or 2 with a minute left. But I just remember during timeouts, we just came together and we were like, guys, we got to play this together. We got to win together. We are a family. And I think that just really motivated us to do well finish the game off. So
Maybe it's some tough shots from out in their run when they were making the run. I don't think we just had some tough shots from out. I don't know what else to say. And had those gone in, we probably would have staved off the run a little better. But their shots normally would go in. I mean Heather Johns is a few of her layups that she's usually money, and they just went in and it came right back out. And we had a few of those tonight. So in the post, and some rebounds. So.
And these matchups have brought out, the best. And you'd expect Heather Johns to score X, Kayla Johnson to score Y, the two leading scorers in the conference. At halftime, I think the two had combined for 10 points, but then at the start of the second half, all just bada bing, bada boom. I mean, Heather comes out, gets 5 quick points within the first minute, and then Kayla Johnson catches fire. So,
well, I think too,
two tremendous players.
I think too that getting through that first half with a significant lead with is really a credit, especially to Hailey Maeda, because with Sarah and Meg both in foul trouble, I thought Hailey really stepped up. Thought we had good minutes out of Katie Gray, UC, but I thought this one was key. I mean, she played pretty well, so I'll let her comment on that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to let Hailey slide by because Hailey was my request to come in because I felt you were probably one of the keys to the game tonight, especially with Sarah being battling the foul trouble. Talk about your impact coming off the bench, and you've done that a lot this year, so it's not new, but you really had some big minutes you had to play tonight.
I mean, it's just, I love to play basketball, and regardless of if the posts like Sarah and Meg are in foul trouble, I mean, I'm going to play hard no matter what. The score means a lot, but it doesn't change the intensity of my game. I will always go hard, and tonight was great, it was fun, and I just had a blast playing tonight.
We just try to get her to slow down sometimes.
Yeah. Made my free throws though.
Yeah, her free throws were huge, and she's really worked on that the last couple of weeks. She's been great about really locking in because she gets fouled because she is always in the mix on boards and in posts. So she took that upon herself, and her free throws have really stepped that up.
Which is important because now Whitworth, they never miss.
They missed a couple though, right? We got a couple. I blinked once, and I think she missed. But you're right, and they do, and that's one part of what they've done very well down the stretch this season. I mean, they're a great team, and that's part of it too. Is the rivalry is fed by the fact that both our teams play at such a high level.
All right, did you know about the Student Ninja 10 points?
That was so cool. I did. That was a little worrying.
They said it on they made like a Facebook event about it, and so I saw it, and someone posted a video of another school that did something similar, and I was like, that school is a Division I, so they're really loud. It's like, there's no way it's gonna be that loud. Like, it's gonna be cool, but not that loud. And then it happened, and I was like, this is really loud. I can't hear anything. It was really fun.
Even the community did it, and I was so, it was so amazing.
At that point, we already can't hear coach, but at that point, it's like, okay, we cannot hear coach.
I have butterflies in my stomach. I was like, wow, this is so great and amazing that we're all a part of this.
I know I talked to Coach about it over the last few weeks. Talk about this last month at home and just how your crowds have been and what it's meant to you guys as a team. And now the rest of the way, they're with you in spirit, but they're not always going to be with you on that road. But do you take that with you as you travel?
Yeah, last year, even when we made the tournament, there's pictures of them showing our games just right upstairs in the lobby of Sherwood. And there was, professors, there was students, there was everyone here. And cheering when we made it to the Elite Eight and whatnot. And so I know that's still going to be there, and I know that support is going to be constant. They may not be present, but we always feel it from alumni, from everyone. It's been really great this year.
I think we've put on a pretty good tournament. Whitman has been excited to host this, and thanks to all of you guys who have helped. And I just think that's one thing is I think we've made it fun. I mean, this atmosphere. This is the best atmosphere we've played in, and it's in the last. Well, in our run last year, LC, we had a great crowd, Williams, but it was nothing like what we've got here going. And so this was really special. This was a really neat experience. So continue on.
Another win record. Did you know about tonight's win record for you? Your individual?
Yeah, well, I did, because Chris and I had this discussion a long time ago, and and Mr. Math over there informed me that I needed 28 wins to get to 200, and I said, well, that'd be nice, and I don't think that's going to happen. So, so the girls booed me a little in the
This was
locker room.
before season.
This was well before season. I said, I think this group is going to get me pretty close, though, but I'm not sure I'm going to get to 28. But they have just, they like to win. I don't know what it is. They're kind of.
And as a, I don't even know on that. As a team, we knew. Because I'm also a math person, and so and we were like at Whitworth for our conference game, and I was like, I wonder how many how many wins Coach is at, because at that point Coach Helen had just got her like 300.
Right.
It's like I wonder how close she is, and so we calculated, and it was like 13 games or whatever we needed, and I was like, we can do this, guys. Let's get Coach 200. So we knew. But,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know they knew. So
Yeah.
half the time I don't know. I'm not a math person, so.
How long's the celebration honeymoon for the weekend and then the turn of Monday?
Well, we'll probably find out tonight where we go. We will. They usually, well, being out west, we have the advantage of everybody's done. So the NC2A is probably right now figuring out who's going to host out of the next 4. And so, unfortunately, we're not 500 miles within anybody who's still playing. So that means we're going to board a plane, go somewhere. So we'll find out pretty soon. I mean, we found out last year, like right after the game, we knew we were going to probably go to Williams. So I'm sure the NC2A is probably in process of letting us know. And so then it'll be a time to get back to work tomorrow, tape exchange and game exchange and get going. But but right now I think we're gonna enjoy this. I think tonight, and I know a lot of people have family here and friends. I'm sure they're gonna have a good time, and they should. They had a great weekend. It was a lot of fun.
It's going to be at Thomas More because Ferenz got upset by Christopher Newport. That'd be my
That's your projection.
Are they in our bracket?
It'll be either Christopher Newport or Thomas More, yeah. Because Texas Tyler upset Rhodes.
So we'll play Texas Tyler.
So we're going to play Christopher Newport.
Oh. Where is that? Rhode Island? Do we have any games? I think it is on Rhode Island. It's got the
Where is Christopher Newport University?
Siri making a guest appearance on the press conference
It
tonight.
is within the 48 contiguous states, right?
I'll be going back on
This
this
is
trip.
clarified.
Well, Roy, do you have anything else for them on the panel?
Well, I think that'll cover it.
Since we do have family here. Thank you very much, ladies.
What a great one.
Thank you.